Good afternoon, good morning to everyone. And today we are going to have a very, very important discussion on how we can be able to break down the jargon of climate change and make it meaningful to those in communities across the entire world and also in the African continent. And I have a special guest today. And that guest is going to say what you've never heard, discuss issues in ways never ever seen. And that guest is no other person than Robert Mugindi. Robert, welcome to the studio, man. How are you doing?
Thank you very much, Dr. Munang. Yeah, I'm doing very well, sir. Thank you very much for having me. And it's a
Excellent.
pleasure to join you and the millions of colleagues across the continent and hopefully the globe in
Perfect.
today's
Today,
discussion, as you call it. Yes.
yes, it's a conversation indeed.
Mm.
Voices, innovative intelligent voices. Today, we're going to have this conversation. Actually, in about 1 hour, 15 minutes, we're going to actually have a full conversation. And before that 1 hour, 15 minute time arrives, what are we expecting? What should our viewers expect from this conversation that we're going to have? What can you tell them before they see
Yes.
us fully at 4 p.m. East African time? That will be 9 a.m. Eastern time, United States and Canada, yeah, West Coast. Yes.
Yes, sure. Yes, thank you, sir. Actually, my expectation, and I believe what the viewers should expect, is a discussion on how we can make the sovereign capital of Africa, which is us, the people, more alive to the realities of climate change and development and their role in making the continent actually achieve its rightful place in the global discourse, both in terms of global development as well as in climate action. So I expect, of course, to discuss more of this and to possibly inspire a few people here and there,
Right.
and also be inspired, as I'm always inspired by your discussion. So I look forward
Amazing.
to it.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to be fireworks. It's going to be fireworks, and everybody everywhere should not miss this conversation today because there is usually this conversation that we hear in the corridors across the continent and even the world that climate change is an existential issue. That's true. We are already seeing the effects today. But somebody could be tempted to say, even before we were born, there were climate changes, and today, why is the topic always making headlines, but action very limited? What are your thoughts on this? So that at least this
Sure.
could be like the spice, the icing on the cake before people tune in 1 hour, 15 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Actually, you'll agree and also not agree with those who say that it has been an issue that has been ongoing. Because if you look back the past several decades, the patterns have always been showing us that the extremities are getting more extreme. And so you cannot really say that it's the same issue that has been in the years of our forefathers. It has actually become more extreme over time. And
Right.
so the urgency to address it and the means to address it becomes even more crucial in our time. And I therefore consider it to be an issue that should be discussed more seriously,
Mm.
more now than it was back then, because the patterns are showing us, and we are seeing it actually, and anecdotally as well as scientifically, that the trends are moving towards more extremes, and therefore, if we don't address it accordingly, the losses will continue to mount, and the future generations will suffer more. So I think it is a timely topic, and the time to discuss it is now. And actually, the solutions lie with us. So that will be, I think, the core of the
That's a
conversation.
very, very good point. You've made that the solutions lie with us. And then why are we not acting? Why do we always have to externalize the solutions as a continent?
Yeah, I think that one comes down to the values, because
Mhm.
there's a saying that I used to hear when I was young, that you can take a horse to the
River to
stream,
drink.
but you cannot, exactly, you
If
cannot
you
force it.
don't whip the horse, whip
You
the
can
horse.
even whip
Even if
it.
you whip the
Yeah,
horse, it is not going to drink anything.
you can do all that, and it refuses to drink the water. So then what do? You just leave the horse in the barn and maybe sell it. What do you do? Yeah. So in the
Very
long run,
interesting.
actually, I think two things. Those
Right.
who get the message should take it seriously and do something about it. And out of what they do, they inspire more people now to take action. So it starts with the individuals who choose to do things differently. Like you have decided, you see, organizing this TV show to
Mm.
inspire more people, to inspire some of us, is your choice. You actually chose to do that. So out of what you do now, we believe more people will get the message, and they'll choose to also act as you're acting. And that's what we need. A groundswell, as we say, a groundswell of examples
Right.
that will inspire more people. Inspiration is the biggest incentive, as usually say, I think. Yes.
A groundswell of actions inspires hope,
Yeah.
but a groundswell of challenges seems to have actually only inspired complaining in the continent. And we see complaining more. And if it was, I think if complaining was a country, it would have been one of the most innovative countries on earth. But it seems to be going on, but without adding any value. So, what's your take on complaining before we run off this short broadcast as we prepare for the big one in 1 hour, 10 minutes? And for those who are watching this, please tune in at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, United States, Canada, but 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in and listen to how climate change solutions can create jobs for the young people and also those who are young at heart. And at the same time, how you as an individual can actually be able to do what you can do, play a part in helping solve the climate change challenge that we talk about. And how, in the course of solving that, you can put more money in your pocket and food on the table for yourself, your family, and your community. Yes, Bob, complaining
Yeah.
before
Sure.
take off.
Absolutely. Complaining doesn't achieve anything. I think that is what
Exactly.
we that is the message really. Yes, it can give temporary reprieve, but after you complain, in a few minutes time or few hours time, you realize that you're in the same place. So you better use that energy to do something about it. So it's better to act than to complain. Anytime.
Exactly. Actually, as we are talking,
Mm.
Eric, Dr. Eric Ngang, have just dropped a comment and he says, "Thank you so much for the test." That's quite a topical issue today, as it's a multifaceted and touches all aspects of human and planetary well-being. Looking forward to the exchange. Yes, Eric, thank you very much for the great work you are doing, and please stay tuned and bring in more people to watch and be part of this conversation at exactly 1 hour, 9 minutes from now. Is going to be fireworks. We will discuss issues as they should be without fear of contradiction, but go down to the nitty gritty of the aspect in which we can take to be part of it. Thank you very much, Robert. We will be back in 1 hour, 9 minutes, and I think everyone who is going to come in then will enjoy this conversation. So, see you soon. And thanks again for the insights. That appetizer, it's really warming guys up. And I think that it's going to be very, very exciting, an exciting conversation.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. See you soon. All right.
Yeah,
Bye
see
bye.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.